బేసిక్ ఈ యాప్ స్టార్ట్ చేయడం కారణం మెయిన్ మోటివేషన్ ఇస్ నాట్ మేక్ మనీ టు సర్వీస్ ద సీనియర్ పీపుల్. వాళ్ళ లైఫ్ ఎలా ఈజీ చేద్దామని. హౌ కెన్ దిస్ బి కన్వీనియంట్?
Hello everyone, my name is Ashima. I am co-founder of Success Tales, Real People, Real Stories. And today we have Mr.Karan Dobhal, co-founder of One Big Family. Apart from his startup life, he also have 18 plus years of experience in corporate. Apart from this, he is soccer enthusiast and a proud pet owner. We welcome you, sir. Please now introduce yourself and tell us like what is Big Family and what you do.
Thank you so much, Ashima. It's a pleasure to be on your success story edition. One Big Family, as we have termed it, means that we are all together in one single family from different places, different religion, different backgrounds, and together we try to provide services, solution, and empower the senior citizens and elderly, which matters the most to them in these days, because technology has taken over a lot of things, and we find that our senior citizens and elderly, they too be technologically empowered. So that's how One Big Family mobile application came into the picture.
Okay, very nice, sir. This is great to hear from you. Like I heard like you are from Dehradun. So what motivated you to start the venture of yours? Like what came into picture?
Right. So as I shared that my founder and we've been both traveling different cities, being in India, outside India, and we always came up with one problem, which was to assist our parents back home. Whether it was to do small payments of recharge or order the medicines for them, or even the slightest of repair work would be a big hassle. So our common thought together gave formation to this application. So we decided why not bring in all services together and offer it to the senior citizens, and also empower them with digital education so that they are able to take care of themselves without being dependent on anyone.
Very nice, sir. This is great initiative that you started. So what is the greatest supporter of yours like in your journey? What the greatest thing that support you?
Well, it's the blessings of our senior citizens and elderly who have welcomed us with a warm smile and big heart, and they are very keen to know more on the digital aspect, how to handle a smartphone, and how smartphone can change their life.
Okay, so you started by seeing your elder people, and that's how you started, right?
Correctly. So we wanted to do something which could empower them, which could help them in easy access to services without being dependent on anyone.
Okay. So what are your targeted audience at that time?
With One Big Family, we look at both the side of the society. We look at elderly senior citizens who are the end users, and we also look at the children who may not be with them at that point of time. So they both form our core target.
Nice, sir. So what was your business model?
Well, our business model has a couple of things attached to it. If you look at the core revenue generation happens through subscription model, where we invite the children to actively participate to buy care program for their parents, which could be on monthly, half-yearly, or yearly basis, and we would help them with all the assistance that they require. We also have a banner inventory model, which wherein our partners could advertise their products and reach out to the senior citizens. Now, here, let me give you a small example. A couple of years back, if you went to a hyper store, you would have never found adult diapers being kept. You would have found diapers being kept for kids, but not for senior citizens and elderly. And today, you have seen the shift which has happened. Today, you find them being kept at the hypercity malls and other places. So that's where we want our partners to reach out directly to the senior citizens rather than looking at different mediums and chain of communication. Come to our inventory model, come to our platform, advertise, and share your ideas and products with the senior citizens. That's our thought process into it.
Okay. So
Now we also have service-based model where we call it commissioning for services that we render to our senior citizens, whether it is recharge or payments or ordering medicines, etc. And then we look at exclusive alliances and partnerships through e-commerce.
very nice, sir. So, did you find investor for your venture, or like you started off your own? You created community, and that what? How did you find the investors? Like,
We do have investor on board with us, and we are lucky in a bootstrap position. And we connected together in one of the expositions. When we shared our idea to them, they were keen to take it up because that was something which was missing in our society, in our community, where parents and children could together be participating in a common program.
okay. So, how did you reach to investors?
We met them in a common platform. So there was a startup event which happened in down south, and that's where we met them. We were showcasing our product, and they happened to visit us, inquire more on our business model and how we intend to launch and progress on it. They found it interesting, and that's how we connected. We shared some common thoughts together, and that was lucky for us.
So, okay. So, initially, when you started, you also faced some challenges. Any one experience or one challenge that you remember you have to share with the people? You please go ahead and share.
Correct. Our biggest challenge was to find and put together a core team with like-mindedness, you could say, which shared common thought process and wanted or were eager to help the senior citizens. So that was the biggest challenge for us at that point of time.
Yes, because your targeted audience is old people, so that is also a big challenge that you have to reach out to them. So very nice, sir. This is great initiative and a great.
Correct. So, Ashima, reaching out to senior citizens is not very difficult. See,
Okay.
they have a community program these days,
Okay.
and these community programs are being conducted on almost every weekend, on a Saturday or a Friday.
Okay.
So what we did was we connected with around 33 circles in Hyderabad for conducting our digital awareness campaign, where we could, in an event with some tea and snacks and a little liveable session, help the senior citizens understand the usage of internet, how to serve, and then in a way gently share the concept with them, how they could themselves take care of their life rather than being dependent on the kids.
Okay. Very nice, sir. So, like you were saying that you face some challenges. So, how did you overcome that hurdles that comes along your journey?
Well, we have a positive attitude towards these challenges which come through, and we take a step by step measure uh, and see that all the principles of our vision are met through, and we encounter these challenges accordingly.
Very nice, sir. So, what, according to you, are the important qualities a person acquire to start his own venture or startup? What are the quality that some person acquire?
You should have a dream, and you should have uh, the power and the will to take up the challenge to become a entrepreneur or be a part of the startup journey. You just need to be consistent and persistent both when you are giving formation to your dream. That is a core quality required by an entrepreneur. Then only you could say your dream, something which you envisage, could come into reality.
So, like we talk about startups, so also we require some team. So, what is the importance of team in your journey?
See, a team member here with us, especially with OBF or One Big Family, uh, is like a backbone of the business, right? And the common thought which we share to help the senior citizens, the passion about it, the commitment levels for it, they all matter. So when we interviewed candidates, these were the qualities which we were looking. How compassionate was he? What was his empathy level towards people? And that's how the core team was selected and put into the frame. Even to an extent that even the backend technology guy of ours, we measured him on the same parameter because though he has nothing to do with meeting up with senior citizens or helping the elderly, but he should be able to think uh, sitting at the office while doing changes in the or adding features to the product, that how it would benefit, how it would help the senior citizen if I made this change in the product. So he has to think that, and that's how we build up the team.
So that means thinking is the foremost part when you look into or you look for the team.
Correct. You have to go into deep thought process of what he would bring on to the table for you when he joins your startup.
Okay. So, like if somebody wants to join your community or your startup, so what are you looking for? Like what qualities he or she acquire to join your startup or your company?
Uh, One, the person should be passionate, committed, and should have empathy towards others. These are the three things that we look at it. The rest of the things, when it comes to doing business or getting revenue or fulfilling orders or doing the operational work, these are something which always can be taught. But these three core things which I mentioned has to be inbound or natural in a person, and
Okay,
that's what we look for.
very nice, sir. As you are a leader, so what, according to you, what is the qualities that a leader acquire?
Well, I would put it, I should be least bothered. If I am able to give them the correct directions, my job becomes easy. I'll be able to think more for enhancing the product, enhancing the user experience of my application, and bring in appropriate changes or bring in more partners on board so that our senior citizens stay happy.
Okay, that is the goal, to keep them happy, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, how? What is the best and worst part as a leader you face? Like, you are leading a company and there are some best part and worst part, what do you feel like?
Well, best part is, when we do something, even a small thing for a senior citizen, they give us the most warm smile and a big hug, which gives you a great pleasure. For us who are unknown to them, and when we solve their issues, it's heartening to see. And the challenges or the difficulties which we face is, we have to be committed, no matter what the situation be like, how tight position we may be in. We need to go back to them and solve the problems.
That is the one which you have to fulfill.
Correct.
Okay. So, how did you start from ground zero? Like, what is the first idea that came into picture and you started, like, what? As you are 18 plus years experience of corporate, so what one thing that come into your mind and you started your journey?
Correct. So, like I shared initially, me and my founder, we were both traveling. We both have more than decade, 2 decades of experience behind us. And somewhere in our heart, we always missed the opportunity to be there for our parents when it was most required. And so we sat down, we had a couple of thoughts, and then we kept adding, you could say, or we kept enhancing our product one by one. Next feature which could be of a great help to us. So while we were discussing on the framework, we said, what if we were able to check where the parent has been in the morning? So we came out with the SOS button, which could track them on while the GPS was on the handset. And if there was any emergency, he could just swipe from left to right, and all the family members in the group would get the intimation that the parent was, in need of help. So, this way, the idea kept coming on, and we had, in the middle of our mobile application development, we thought, what if the parent wanted to order for himself,
Yes.
not be dependent upon anyone. So we thought, okay, let's give an e-commerce also a function in it. Then we thought, what if somebody wanted, or maybe a children of the elderly has downloaded the application and he wants to help someone apart from his own grandparents. What if there was a way to it? So we came out with a novel idea called Adapt a Grandparent.
Wow.
So why not adapt somebody where you have missed out the opportunity to help and serve your grandparents? Maybe through this you could help someone who's of their equivalent age. Then we thought we are missing on something very important. What if the senior citizen has lost his partner and wants to come back into the social life, wants to have a partner again in his life? So why not have a second marriage option available? Maybe they could post their biodatas online, and we could associate ourselves with an organization which helps them meet their probable future partner. And that's how we got connected with Nathubai Patel Foundation.
Very
And
nice.
all of this have been a great journey for us, step by step, thoughts by thoughts, putting it together into a product. And finally, One Big Family was the app.
Yes, very nice. Like the name also say, one big family. Like all everything can be found in just one app. So that's very
Correct.
great initiative by you, sir. So what are
Thank you.
your future plans? What do you think? Like,
Well, our future plan is to be present in 7 cities across India. and then take it to international destination. We are looking forward for UAE as well as Southeast Asia, maybe Indonesia or Malaysia. We would like to start similar.
So very nice. So I want to ask, like, what what your clients what are your clients like, what feedback you acquire, and what are the changes, how much feedback important to you?
Oh, feedback is too important for us. So one of the feedbacks which we got and which we are trying to bring as a change in our application is to convert the application into the regional language. Right. So I want options to be given to people in different cities to have the functionality in their own local language. Why should I restrict my application to only English as a language for search and to solve the problem? So maybe the segment of my senior citizens may only be conversant in the regional language. So that's something that I want to bring as the next change on the application.
Okay. So now your like one big family have only English as a language, or both English and Hindi?
Yeah, currently, it's available in English. We intend in coming days to have the regional language also embedded.
Okay. Okay, sir. So kindly share some beautiful experience along your journey.
With OBF or as a whole, would you want me to share?
Whole journey, you have some experience.
Well, when we discussed about this application, I said I would only start this if there is a common thought process and passion and a commitment for it. Else, it would be just another startup and it would fade away. And what we want or what we have envisaged is that do not think senior citizens cannot take care of themselves. They are far, far more experienced and knowledgeable than all of us put together.
Very nice, sir. So what is your success mantra? Like, we all say, we talk about success mantra. So what is yours?
Sorry, your voice.
What is your success
My
mantra?
mantra. Your voice is cracking, Ashima.
Okay. So now it's audible?
Yeah, it is audible.
Okay. So I was asking that what is your success mantra which you follow?
My success mantra is a bit difficult to follow by many because I'm a 4 a.m. manager.
Okay.
My day starts as early as 4 o'clock, and I like to end it early as well. So by 7:30, I would call it a day.
Okay.
And towards the weekend, it has to be sporting activities. So it keeps you alive, it keeps you energetic, and be honest to your work. That's very important.
Yes. Exactly.
All of this put together brings your success.
Okay, sir. So, any piece of advice you want to give young entrepreneur who are starting the business?
Sure. If you have a dream, take a chance, take the risk, plunge, and rest will follow with it.
Okay, very nice, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
the
Ashima.
great conversation we have, great experience that you shared. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ashima.
Thank you so much, sir.
another context, about a year ago, I only inaugurated it. It is a very good app, and I just checked. This is called One Big Family. It is doing very, very well. It has got almost 10,000 users in the first year.
ఈ వన్ బిగ్ ఫ్యామిలీ వాళ్ళు చేస్తున్న ఈ కార్యక్రమము, ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్ వాళ్ళకి నిర్వహిస్తున్న ఈ మంచి ప్రోగ్రాము, హోమ్ సర్వీస్లు అట్లాంటివి చాలా నచ్చినాయి మాకు. ఈ సీనియర్ సిటిజన్కు చాలా హెల్ప్ఫుల్ ఉంటుంది. దాని గురించి నేను నిజంగా ఈ వన్ బిగ్ ఫ్యామిలీ వాళ్ళకి ధన్యవాదాలు చెప్తాను.
Children should respect the elders, not only their parents, any elder, whoever you come across, you respect them. That's what I tell them. You build your dream. One big family takes care of us. One big family.